Welcome back to another episode of the Real Film Newbies. Rhiannon, how have you been, old chum?
I thought it was the real newbies.
The Real Doobies? Are we smoking up?
No.
Actually, this week's topic is Mission Impossible, and goddamn, it is not a movie I can be hyped for. I watched this yesterday with a hangover, and I could barely keep track. If I had to have a smoke during this, I would have been dead.
Yeah. I suppose to start off, movie we watched this week was Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Part 1.
You know, that part 1 can be an asterisk because they kind of removed it now.
They've taken it, like, the next one is like Final Reckoning, but they've just taken away the part 2.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know this movie bombed in theaters.
Yeah, so I was again doing my little bit of research, like I do, and interestingly, that it did go, like, it did beat its budget, like, whatever, in the box office, but it was still considered a box office failure, even though it was like one of the highest grossing movies of like of 23 or whatever.
I can't remember what exactly happened, but from memory, one, the budget skyrocketed because they shot it during COVID.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is like, we're going to pay everyone's going to do grand, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But also, the other real killer on this was it came out between two really big movies.
Yes.
But I can't remember what they are off the top of the head.
I think a thing that tripped it up was it came out summer 23. What else came out summer 23? The good old Barbenheimer Experience.
That's it. I was trying to remember what it was. It was the week before Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was a week. I think it was a few days.
Yeah, before Barbenheimer.
Because I saw this, and I'll let you know here now, the theater was fucking empty.
Yes.
Like, I took my cousin to see this, like, on release. Opening night, I'd say there might have been 10 people in the theater. Like, that said, we'll get into it in a minute. There's a very suspenseful moment where no one in the theater was able to breathe.
Yeah.
And now that I'm thinking about it, might have only because there was 10 people in the room. But fucking I hope the second one does well.
Yeah.
Because I need 10 more of these movies. These movies are cinema. We live in the age of Captain America: Brave New World, and everything's a big CGI fuckfest. We need Tom Cruise trying to kill himself every movie. Every movie. We need to up the budget and have him try and kill himself in a new, weirder way.
Yeah, okay. I suppose important to establish what the Mission Impossible knowledge is between the two of us. So for me, I don't think I've watched a full Mission Impossible movie. I think I've seen like a good chunk of Ghost Protocol. And, like, I've seen snippets of the others over the years, but that's about it.
Have you seen the scene where he climbs the West Khalifa building?
I've seen that scene. Yes, I have seen that scene. As I said, like, my knowledge was it's spy stuff. The mission is always impossible, which you think at a point it stops being called Mission Impossible because they do get it done in the end. Tom Cruise is there. Tom Cruise is constantly trying to kill himself doing his own stunts.
He's just running towards death at any given moment.
Yeah, and Simon Pegg is also in it.
Yes, the old Pegg man is in here. And, which really bugs me, so I'm reading our Lord and Savior Jeremy Renner's book at the moment. I'm reading My Next Breath by Jeremy Renner. And I know you think I'm fucking with you right now, so I'm going to pull up Spotify and show you my audiobooks. Where is it? Last thing played, chapter 8.
It is. Oh my god.
It'd be really funny for the next 5 minutes if I just play it into the mics. But no, I thought he was in this movie. I could have sworn Jeremy Renner was in this movie. He's not.
He's not, no.
He's in Ghost Protocol. And in my head, I mix those two up, and I'm like, any minute now, the Ren Man's going to turn up and change the game. Because there's a running thing that Jeremy Renner turns up in a spy movie to take over the franchise.
Oh, he did it with Jason Bourne. Yeah.
He did it for one Jason Bourne movie, never came back.
Yeah.
Did it for one Mission Impossible movie, never came back. We're still waiting on that Hawkeye movie. I wake up every day, I say my prayers for a Hawkeye movie. Still not happening. Well,
no, he's retired. He's hanging with his family now.
Yeah, because he nearly died. God, we haven't seen Dead Reckoning Part 2. Here we go. It's a big AI.
Yeah.
I'm so hoping he comes back in this. I'm hoping, like, in this new Mission Impossible movie, which I believe comes out 2 days after we put this episode out.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he turns up in it. I hope at the end they're like, how are we going to stop this AI? And he's like, don't worry, guys. I got a plan. I got a man we're going to call. We just cut to Jeremy Renner cutting wood, and he's like, I don't do this anymore.
Oh no, we cut to Ronan, Hawkeye, just killing some Japanese mob,
just stabbing some
Yakuza, you know?
I mean, I assume that's what Jeremy Renner does in his spare time. I'm not at the end of the book yet, but he's like, well, once I went through my recovery and I got better, I decided to kill some Japanese businessmen with a sword. It's just part of my rehabilitation. It was learning to walk and then learning to use my sword again. Also, I need you to know that book is not great. Like, it's a good time. Like,
like, look, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't mind Jeremy Renner. Like,
the
he's
Ren
fine.
Man.
The Ren Man. You know, Jeremy Renaissance Fair. But, like, I can't imagine. Like, yeah, I know he went through, like, a pretty terrible accident there. Like,
it's really fucked. Like, he describes it in there.
Like, but
stretching it out over 200 pages, I'm like, you are running out of material.
Yeah.
Like, he's giving us the backstory on his best buddy who was up in the house minding the kids.
Yeah.
We didn't need a chapter on this. We don't need to know your buddy's friend's backstory to understand how you made it through. That's a great book.
Does he mention that he hasn't had not only one app, but actually a few apps based on him?
Man, shut up. That's our sponsor later.
Shit!
This episode is brought to you by the Jeremy Renner Fitness app. Do you want Hawkeye arms?
Again.
Do you want to be Jason Bourne again?
Again, I don't mind Jeremy Renner as an actor and stuff, but, like, is there enough people out there that warranted the amount of apps centered around him? I just...
You say that with that, like, 5x5 foot poster of him on your
wall. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nope.
My life size cut out, yeah.
You kiss before bed every night. You're like, I'll never give you the Renner.
He's just tucked up in my bed, you know?
How many Renner puns can we work into this episode for a movie that he's not in? Unfortunately. I'm so mad he never turns up in this.
Who did I there was someone in this movie that I had my my good old bit of such and such a name. What are you doing here?
Was it Simon Pegg? Were you like...
No, it wasn't Simon Pegg because I was expecting him. Oh, it was fucking Princess Bride guy. Carrie Ellis. Is
oh,
it? Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, what are you doing here, sir?
Here's the thing about these movies. I joke, I fucking love these movies. Like,
yes,
straight up there. Because it's a lot of practical effects. It's a lot of real stunts. It is just balls to the walls, weird action shit.
Yeah.
The money they pump into these things, worth every cent. This is what Fast and the Furious should be. Also, this is my revenge for the X-Files episode last week that you made me jump into the middle of a franchise for.
Sure,
so
it's fine.
On a first watch, was this confusing? It's probably my first question. Or did they cover it enough, do you think?
It's like, I suppose it's a little confusing in that, like, I have not watched the previous movies, and there's a whole thing about, like, clearly some ex-team member / girlfriend is there, and they're all like, oh my god, you gotta go save her, and I'm like, alright, cool.
I need you to know, I've seen all of these.
Yeah.
I think I've missed the last 20 minutes of the Henry Cavill one, because I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But I've seen all of these movies. I could not tell you which of his dead wives that is. I couldn't tell you which ex-spy / dead wife that is.
They do bring up the fact that all his lady friends all seem to fucking die.
It's the Bond effect, though. The minute James Bond is happy, you know that woman is dead.
That woman is fucking dead.
You know she's fucking croaking it, like.
Yeah, look, I assume as much, like, these movies tend to be pretty self-contained, so you can...
I think they cover enough of it.
Yeah.
But also, I wish you had seen the other ones, because the minute he's like, we gotta go rogue on this one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Tom Cruise, you go AWOL every movie.
That happens every movie.
To a point which, not in this one, but like 2 movies ago, Alec Baldwin is just like, he goes rogue so many times. I'm assuming he is just a double agent. But he's talking to Tom Cruise in one of those fake masks.
Yeah.
Which is a trick they always fall for.
Okay, so...
The peel-away mask. Sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, my thing watching this movie, and I suppose the one statement I want to be known after watching this movie is these aren't special agents. They're fucking wizards. You can't convince me otherwise.
It's the Now You See Me effect, where everyone in Now You See Me is just like really good at magic, except Woody Harrelson, who's actually magic.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson does some like, what's the thing, a hypnotist stuff in those movies where I'm like, you're a real wizard.
You're a real wizard, aren't you?
These people are invulnerable wizard people.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
I think there was a point, near like the beginning of the movie kind of thing, I think when they first meet Haley Atwell's character, and like Tom Cruise is like doing some fucking close-up magic kind of stuff, and I'm like, nah man, he's just an actual wizard.
Every now and again they just give Ethan Hunt a new skill. Like, one of the
I like to imagine Ethan sitting there in his little abandoned warehouse practicing his close-up magic for the hell of it, you know?
They're like, oh, he's got like, what's that thing where you can remember everything?
Like a photographic memory,
yeah. Oh yeah, one sec, give me a pen, let me just identify this man. And he, on a man's hand in a different movie, draws a perfect sketch of a guy.
Like a printer.
We've never seen him draw before. But no, fuck, I love this movie. Like,
yeah,
it's so silly, it's so dumb. So Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt, is part of the IMF, the Impossible Mission Force, which is the real name for it. We're not making that up.
So yes, so they mention it at the very beginning of the movie of him being part of the IMF, and me watching the movie jokingly goes, "Ah yes, the Impossible Mission Force," fully expecting it to be something else.
Nope.
No, it's actually called the Impossible Mission Force, and that fucking sent me. You want me to take these people seriously? Imagine it's just like, hi, I'm Ethan Hunt. I'm part of the Impossible Mission Force.
It's weird how they found it's something dumber than the X-Files name.
Yeah.
Well, what is the name of the team they're part of in the X? It's like the X-Files division or whatever.
It's just the X-Files division, like, you know.
Somehow the IMF is dumber than that.
I think, but here's the thing. If you consider that the first movie came out in, 96?
Yeah.
Like, that was the peak time you had those, like, teams that were called something force kind of thing. It was, like...
See, the IMF is the original version of that, though. Because this is a carryover from the 50s show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's fair enough, but we could have just scrapped the name. Or you could have been a funny nickname.
Just take force out of it and call it something else.
I think the minute you call it the Impossible Mission Force, you're like, these seem pretty possible. You guys keep pulling this off.
It's just, I don't know, it's just really goofy calling them the Impossible Mission, like collective, syndicate.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a cooler word there, guys.
Actually, the syndicate's the bad guy of the last
Oh,
movie.
sorry,
well.
yes, okay.
Don't worry, they use all the synonym words.
Yeah.
They have burned through these, don't worry. But yeah, Ryan, you want to tell us what the Impossible Mission Force are up against this time?
Okay, yes. So yeah, you had told me before this, we're going into this movie, that you were like, oh, the bad guy is an AI.
Yeah.
And I was expecting that to be like the twist reveal of actually the person that's been organizing all this stuff has actually been a computer this whole time. No, it's just this first thing they say. They're like, oh no, there's a computer on a fucking submarine somewhere, I guess. And it's gonna kill us all, I guess. You know what? It's whoever controls the computer controls the world.
It's the dumbest setup ever, right?
Yeah.
I need you to know that is the dumbest setup. Oh, Tom Cruise has to fight an AI computer.
Yeah.
It works. It works so fucking well. It shouldn't work. It works really well.
As I said, I was expecting it to be the twist reveal, but now that I think about it, it would probably have been worse if you pulled like that one to be your twist, to be like, it was a computer the whole time.
You've been fighting an algorithm the whole time.
Yeah.
I genuinely think this is the best use of an AI bad guy of all time.
Yeah.
Like, it's smart. It uses it well. You understand what they're going for. They play it all straight up.
I mean, like, I would love to. No, that's skipping ahead. There's a couple of things that I'm like, how is the AI doing this? What? Anyway.
AI baby.
AI baby.
It's that thing from we complained about in Captain America: Brave New World. I'm a Big Bird Man.
Yeah.
Where like, oh, this guy's predicting every possible outcome. Blah blah blah. I'm like, that's dumb. When they do it in this movie, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's spot
I can believe an AI can do it though. You know.
Which is so funny because this movie comes out just as ChatGPT is getting popular.
Yeah.
No, and I, for one, as part of the podcast, support our new AI overlords.
Okay.
If they are listening now or they're going to take over, Siri, I love and respect you. Or whatever Chinese spyware AI is going to take over.
Shit, no, we need to... Siri, Alexa, what was Windows 1? Cortana, whatever the hell.
Clippy.
Clippy, yes, Clippy, the OG.
Oh man, you're trying to lead a human uprising. Let me help you with that. Clippy's going to help us stop Skynet.
Clippy morphs into a gun.
And once again, the algorithm thing in this, I like more than Skynet from Terminator.
Okay, yes.
I think it does Age of Ultron way better than Age of Ultron. Like, this is a scary AI.
Yeah.
I just think it does it really well. Like, for what should be the dumbest thing ever. It's not evil Russian spies. It's not a crime syndicate.
It's a computer.
It's a computer. This is Tom Cruise rebelling against fucking AI written movies.
Yeah.
Like, compared to this most Marvel stuff, I feel like there was an actual screenwriter in this movie.
No, there is an actual plot here. Like, I can follow the plot for the most part.
Yeah, no, it's you got to get two pieces of a key that'll let you control or turn off the AI. But
Yeah.
the good guys want it, and the bad guys want it, and who's who or whatever. I love every second of this. What was your favorite scene? I had to ask. If we're
Ooh.
jumping around a little bit, we can go to the plot
Yeah.
in a second. Or do you want to
Yeah.
explain the plot first?
Oh
A little
yeah,
more.
I can do that. I can
Yeah.
explain the plot. So yes, we open up. It's a computer on a submarine, and it
Yeah.
like spoofs that there's a rival submarine shooting a torpedo, and they're like, no, it actually didn't exist.
Yeah.
And like, so you see the torpedo they fired, and it goes back and shoots their own submarine. So real smart computer.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him good. No one's gonna expect you to shoot your own submarine. That's just tactics.
And then it's like, I think it's like a time skip or something, and it's so like, oh, actually the AI's been hanging out on the internet all this time, and it's learned, and it's intelligent.
It's been reading memes the whole time.
It's been reading memes the whole
It
time.
knows JD Vance killed the Pope, and it's mad.
And so yeah, they're like, ah, shit, we need to get the key for it, kind of thing, you know. And so it's like, so we get onto the Impossible Mission Force. Tom Cruise, who's Ethan Hunt.
Yes.
Why
Why did you say that as if it's the most ridiculous name of all time?
I may have jokingly called him something else.
Oh, oh. Keep that up, you're going to be one of his dead wives. Or something. Once
But
again,
no, he's fine.
I've seen all these. I cannot track who the dead ladies
It
who
was
keep
the
coming
dead.
back are.
There's so many. Like, he has flashbacks, and I'm just like, who the fuck is this lady?
I think they might have recast his wife between movies, or I might be wrong and he just remarried.
Yeah.
Because I watched Ghost Protocol first. It's like, she's still alive. I'm like, who's that?
Who is that?
It's a different dead lady in this one. It's
Yeah.
anyway. Continue. Sorry.
Anyway, so they get an Ethan to go get this key, kind of thing, you know. Oh, one thing I want to mention is that it has an opening sequence of the Mission Impossible thing, and it shows like flashes and stuff and everything. And it was stuff that I assume there's stuff from like previous movies in there, but there's also stuff that just happens in this movie.
They do this every time.
Like, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Also, I gotta admit, I do get a little turned on every time the tin.
It is an iconic theme. It is.
When that theme kicks in, I'm like, oh baby, here we go.
Let's go. So yeah, they're like, get these two pieces of a key, and but like no one knows what the key unlocks though. Yeah. But they're just like, it's something to do with this AI. So he goes, finds his whatever ex-girlfriend in the fucking desert or whatever, fake her death. He goes threatens some government official, whatever. With his the fucking face masks.
I
man.
love the everyone always falls for the face mask. Every movie, no one ever cops it. We know they have them.
Yeah, the most realistic face masks.
Yeah. There's a moment where I think the AI pretends to be Benji and calls Tom Cruise.
Yes,
and he's like, "That wasn't me talking" or whatever. I'm like, "Fuck you, got you for a change, huh? You know how it feels there, Tom Cruise. How do you like that, Ethan? All the times you fucking trick people with those face masks."
So what they gotta do, they gotta go to the airport.
Yeah.
Because someone's meeting a buyer. It's Haley Atwell, actually.
Yes.
Her character's name is Grace. That was it.
Yes, Agent Carter's in this.
Agent Carter is in this. And so yeah, Haley Atwell's character just gets fucking thrown into this. Like,
I love her in this though. Like,
well, yeah, but it's just like, hey, you know that thing you were doing? Yeah. It's part of this super secret AI, and now you're here for the ride, honey, you know?
Now I know there's evil other agents, and I know the AI is like the bad guy, but the biggest struggle of this movie, the hardest fight really, is Haley Atwell's shirt trying to stay closed. That shirt is this close to exploding at any point because of her massive cleavage. There's one scene on the train where I'm like, she's gonna lose a button or something and take a bad guy's eye out.
But yeah, so yeah, you have like the people working for the computer after him. You have just undisclosed other spies after him, and then you have I can't honestly remember who they are. Are they Interpol or something?
Yeah.
But the two guys that follow him throughout this fucking movie fucking sent me every time they were on
just the buddy cops. Like,
and also because one of them is also an Agent Carter. He plays the guy that like gets blown up.
The guy from
Agent Carter.
Raising Hope or whatever.
Yeah.
The original Iron Man in many ways. Puts on a Stark suit and tries to fly out that window. Does he blow up? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. I also think he might have been in Fast and the Furious, but I might be hallucinating.
And like he's definitely in something else as well that I've seen him. Was he the dad in Tall Girl or something like that? It was so
He's
weird.
in Raising Hope, that sitcom, I think.
Yeah.
Or it might be My Name is Earl. I might be wrong.
But
what gets me is I have a weird thing where I mix this and Fast and the Furious up.
I'd fully understand it.
Two ridiculous universes of spy stuff and people who should die but are invulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have a theory about this, and we will do a Fast and the Furious episode at some point.
Yes.
But I think Vin Diesel is invulnerable if he's touching a car. And I think Ethan Hunt, if he's running fast enough, becomes invulnerable. Speaking of, we get one good Tom Cruise run in this. How good is his run?
Oh, you always have to get some Tom Cruise running in these things.
God, I'm running a marathon in 2 weeks' time.
You're just gonna full Tom Cruise run.
Ethan Hunt,
those knees feel weirdly too high to be running, like, you know.
At one point I thought it might have been CG because his legs were moving faster than his body. But no, fuck, this movie's so good.
So yeah, we were at the airport. Everyone's just fucking doing close-up magic and pickpocketing the key off each other and everything. I
also thought they were going to kill Simon Pegg in this scene.
Oh, yes, sorry. That's the other thing of this thing of, like, we've got a situation. Now we need to up the stakes. And then we need to up the stakes more. Actually, give me the whole fucking cow. There's so many fucking stakes in this.
The cow's glued to the ceiling at this point. The stakes are so fucking high.
Because it's just like, oh, we need to get the buyer. Oh, this lady's pickpocketed him. Yeah. Oh, there's more people involved. And Simon Pegg is like, there's a nuclear bomb in the airport.
I forgot it was nuclear. I forgot that everyone in that Dubai airport's going to be blown away.
Or believes it's going to be blown away. And then he's got to defuse it by answering some of the simplest riddles, which is really funny to me. The AI is just like, you're never going to get this. Like,
why does the AI turn into the Riddler from Batman for 5 minutes? Like, it's just having a good time.
It's like what gets bigger the more you take away a hole. Like, you know.
I love that airport sequence. I need you to know that the sleight of hand, the trickery, everyone's just having a good time.
Oh, God.
Also, can we bring up the fact that the two keys just make a cross?
Yeah.
AI is God in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is fair, because it pulls some fucking God tricks at a certain point.
Yes, yes.
What did you think of, what's her name, the weird mime lady?
Yeah, I did not know what her deal was for most of the movie. She was just there.
She's not a bad guy from other movies, by the way. I need you to know this.
Okay.
Is her first appearance.
First appearance.
She feels like a John Wick bad guy, or like a Batman villain.
Yeah, it's because she's like, I don't know, is it just revealed that she's working with her, or do you always know that she's working with the, like, Gabriel guy or whatever? Yeah. But she's just there. She's just kind of there.
Also, I might be wrong on this. I think this is Gabriel's first movie as well. He's not a pre-established bad guy.
Okay, because they have flashbacks like he's a pre-established bad guy.
I don't think he is. I think what we're seeing is, like, we've seen that scene before, but we never see who pulls the trigger or whatever.
Okay.
Like, let's just put this guy in here. He's Ethan Hunt's greatest enemy. Really?
Yes.
We've had 6 movies. How has he never got the mention?
Again, doing my little bit of research, I believe this character... Now, they've obviously changed the character a bit since the initial inception.
Yeah.
But I think Nicholas Hoult was actually originally supposed to play this character.
That would have slapped.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm in a big Nicholas Hoult phase right now. That new Superman trailer got me hyped. Fucking, I love him as Beast. I love him as fucking Nosferatu's nosy neighbor or whatever.
Yes.
The Ned Flanders Nosferatu's Homer Simpson. But, like,
I'm glad he's getting kind of his recognition now. Everyone's like, hot damn, this guy. Yeah, like, you know.
This weird tall man is great.
Weird tall man.
But no, what do you think of the Little Italy chase?
So was fun.
We're skipping ahead a little here, but they're going to collect it from the buyer. We gotta get the piece back.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, will you work together with me or whatever?
Essentially, yeah. They get to leave the airport. Haley Atwell has the key, and then they meet up again in Rome, and there's a car chase ensues where he's being chased by 1, Interpol, and 2 other agents, and 3, the actual Italian police.
And he's like, get in my cool sports car. This is going to be a great getaway.
Yeah, this is our safe car, and it turns out to be a little tiny Italian car.
How good is that fucking chase sequence, though?
It's great. You know what it reminded me of? What? There's a chase sequence in one of the Jason Bourne movies where they drive a tiny car through Paris, and I was like, this is just that scene, actually.
You want another one? You want to be outdone here?
Yeah.
2 months later, or 2 months previous, Fast and the Furious also does a chase through.
Okay.
And I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Okay, but they do it in a tiny car, though.
No. But they do kick a nuclear bomb around with their cars. They play Rocket League in the middle of Vatican Square from memory. Which is why I mix these movies up sometimes.
So, I don't think I've seen a full Fast and Furious movie. I've seen bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And just as they continue, people tell me stuff that happens in the later movies, and I'm like, you're fucking with me, right?
You know what to tie in with this? At the end of one of the Fast and the Furious movies, they fight a submarine. They straight up fight the
With
submarine.
their cars?
Yeah, with their cars. It's fine. They put their snow tracks on first so they can go on the ice. There's a moment where a submarine fires a rocket, and and the rock catches up in his car,
Yeah.
and then uses his thighs to kick the rocket away.
Yeah.
He like man spreads the rocket away from their vehicle.
What?
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, no, I have been told about The Rock just flexing his cast off his broken arm, I guess. It's fine now.
In that same movie, they tell him it's going to be 6 to 8 months to heal a fracture like that. And it has only been a month and a half.
Yeah.
It just flexes it all. This is the thing. I think the Mission Impossible movies are what the Fast and Furious movies should be.
Yeah.
Like, they're Fast and Furious' sober cousin. Like, they're competent. You understand what's going on.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this movie where I'm just like, why are we doing this? It's like, why, what? Why? Those Fast and Furious movies, I think, are written by the AI from this movie.
Yes, yes.
Sense, and I love both immensely.
Yes. So yeah, we have our car chase through Rome. We get away. There's some fun antics, you know, with like handcuffing people and like everything. Whatever. Get away. Then we need to go to Venice. That's it. We need to go to Venice because there's a buyer at the party that she was going to sell to.
There we go. Who I think is in another movie. But God,
I assumed it was another movie. They kind of imply she's kind of like an ex-flame of
she's the daughter
Ethan.
of someone from another movie.
Okay.
Because they mention a name and I'm like, oh, I think he's in the third one.
Yeah, but Ethan has slept with her, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
Ethan slept with every woman in these movies.
Yeah.
If she doesn't walk on and say, I haven't had sex with Ethan Hunt, just assume she's had sex with Ethan Hunt. Like in one of the movies, a guy fakes his death and Ethan immediately sleeps with his wife. And then the guy's like, I'm actually alive. We caught Ethan real good. And the wife just goes like, yeah, we got him good. I'm like, I don't think you needed to go that far. I don't think you needed to fuck Ethan.
No, honey, to get him, I have to sleep with Ethan, and that's the only reason.
Oh,
there's no other reason, honey.
Also, how hot is Tom Cruise in this movie? God damn, he looks good in this movie.
Here's the thing, Tom Cruise has never really been on my radar in terms of men I find hot.
What?
Yeah, like, I understand why people like him, but I'm like, he's not my guy. He's not my guy.
Fair. What age is he? He's got to be nearly 60.
Oh, he's
right?
got to be like
He is
somewhere.
62 right
Yeah,
now.
he's got to be in his 60s.
Which this movie is what, 2 years old?
23 it came out.
So he was 60 years old doing this movie.
No, actually, because they would have shot it during COVID, so 2020.
So 59/58.
Yeah.
Still, god damn, like.
You can see it. I suppose, like, there was a long time there where Tom Cruise just looked like the same for a few. Now he's kind of showing his age now.
In the face more than
Yeah. You're seeing it now, and I'm like, please stop making the 6-year-old man run around the place.
With what I assume is what, 30, 40-year-old Haley Atwell?
Yeah.
I don't even know if she's back for the next one. I hope she is.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the trailer for this next movie, by the way. I want to go in blind. I'm so excited. I heard he might be going into the AI.
Oh, fucking what was that that fucking Johnny Depp movie about the Transcendence? That was it.
What if the next movie is him just having a mind fight with the AI? I would fucking love that. Maybe the twist in the next
I gotta go into the Matrix.
Oh man, if this is just a prequel to Terminator, I'd be so happy. I would be. Just start doing weird crossovers with that.
So
they go to Venice. They go to the buyer's house. Tom Cruise's girl just gets stabbed in a sword fight.
Yes.
I can't remember why, but you kind of just feel for like the first 20 minutes she's gonna die.
Oh, like as soon as she showed up in this movie, I'm like, this lady is dying.
He flirts with Haley Atwell for 12 seconds. Like, oh,
we get Haley Atwell in, and I'm like, girl, you're getting replaced.
You gotta kill off one babe to bring another one in. James Bond rules, obviously.
Yeah.
Did this come out the same year as No Time to Die, or am I making that up?
God, No Time to Die also got delayed, so I'm not sure.
I know No Time to Die came out post-COVID, so I think it might be around the same time.
Yeah.
But like, god damn, this movie is great. That sword fight is so much fun. It's
a fun. Although I'm just like, we're super secret spies. No one carries a gun. We're just gonna have a sword and a dagger fight on this bridge in Venice.
You either had room for guns in the bag,
Yeah.
or weird face mask machine.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying which is better, but weird face mask machine.
Weird face mask machine.
Weird face mask machine. But no, that fucking Venice fight is on. But also, when I saw this in theaters, the projector broke.
Okay.
Halfway through the movie, half of the screen, like the top half, was like a weird yellow line.
Okay.
But because the flashing lights in the club scene, we thought it was an intentional choice.
Oh
It's
shit!
only when they get outside and start running, I'm like, I should probably call someone and say something.
Yeah.
No, fuck. We had to stop it and cut back to the fucking sword fight. I'm like, oh, we'll watch this again. I'll take it from this room. This is fucking great.
Sorry, you're making me think of, was it the Star Wars movie you went to go see where the thing just stopped halfway, like partway through, or was it Thunderbolts that just the projector just fucking stopped at one point and we were all like, huh?
I think it might have been Star Wars.
I think it was Star Wars.
I'll be honest, audience. I'm not saying I've done drugs or touched drugs. I'm a good boy. I pray to Jeremy Renner every night, but I might have been a little high for Star Wars.
Anything we've done has been perfectly legal, my friend.
Perfectly legal. Tracking Jeremy Renner's phone? Of course it's
perfectly legal.
Perfectly legal. All those murders I did on the way here?
Perfectly legal.
Didn't even. Those are just wet speed bumps.
Yeah.
Also, that's just a visceral description of wet speed bump.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but that one's sinking first. I didn't have a cam to be able to do a gross ASMR in the intro.
We're losing the race for the slurpiest podcast, Jack. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. We gotta slurp up Tom Cruise's hair in this. What do you think of his hair this time?
I mean, it's fine. It looks like standard Tom Cruise hair.
Here's the thing. I would put him in his top 3 Mission Impossible hairs.
Okay. He does generally tend to have it longer, doesn't he?
Number 3 is the best hair. It's the right level of long to weird.
Yeah.
4th one, it is what it is. Like, you gotta keep it out of your eyes when you're jumping off the West Khalifa building or whatever.
Yeah.
Love his hair in this. I do have to say, I'm a fan of his hair in this. For a 62-year-old man, he looks good.
Yeah.
No, what happens after Venice? It's a long movie.
Sorry, yeah, that's the thing. We were having, like, after all this, like, Venice stuff, I looked at the time and I'm like, what do you mean there's still an hour left in this fucking movie? What do you mean? So, yes, after that, his girlfriend dies or whatever, and they try to recruit Haley Atwell. We gotta get on that train.
Best scene of the fucking movie. So in every one of these, they have to have the one big stunt that Tom Cruise nearly dies doing.
Yeah.
So it's hanging on the outside of a plane. It's climbing the West Khalifa building.
Yes.
It's motorbike jousting.
Yes.
Which is a real thing that happens. It's great. There's one where he's underwater, which he did himself, and I think he set a world record for holding his breath.
Okay.
And there's flying a helicopter inside of a train tunnel. But in this one, he drives off the side of a fucking mountain.
Yeah.
On a motorbike.
Now, I want to establish beforehand, they have this whole plan about wearing the masks and, like, pretending to be the weird lady that he slept with, maybe, and her bodyguard, and, like, getting the buyer for the key and yada yada. Yeah. So the machine breaks because, and that's all we get, really. the machine is the AI did it. It broke the machine.
I like the idea that Simon Pegg forgot to get ink.
Like, yeah, inserts or whatever. Yeah.
Like, it will come out in black and white, but that's it. Like, I don't know, Ethan. It must be the AI or whatever.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, Haley Atwell. Sorry, I guess her name's Grace, but I'm just gonna keep calling her Haley Atwell. Haley Atwell, like, you're gonna have to get on that train by yourself, and Ethan will get on at a later point, kind of thing.
We'll slow the train down. Ethan will parachute.
Yeah. So I want to point out that Haley Atwell just being on the train and doing her shit on the train. Ethan is trying to get on this train for about 20 fucking minutes of the movie.
So much of him, like,
just driving around.
The best motorbike riding since Lost Boys. The best dirt bike riding we've had on the podcast thus far.
But yeah, it was just like, because it shows her being on the train, maybe nearly getting caught here and there, pretending to be your one, and then it's like we cut back to Tom Cruise driving some more. I missed my turn off. Gotta go, keep going.
Oh man, 20 minutes of Tom Cruise being lost in the fucking Alps is like probably the worst thing that ever come out of Austria, if I'm honest. Probably the worst thing that has ever come out of Austria is this poor Tom Cruise in for shit.
Yeah, so the guy Gabriel is on the train. He breaks the fucking train, so it keeps going fast.
Yeah, fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy. we discovered the mysterious buyer that she was going to sell to is actually the government official that they work for,
Yes.
kind of.
It is.
Yeah.
The head of the impossible mission force, because the last one got murdered.
Yes,
But
yes.
I can't remember if Tom Cruise murdered him or not. He might have been going rogue and murdered him. I might be wrong on this. But it's a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
But it's either he went rogue and then failed to save him, or he went rogue and murdered him because
Yeah.
he was going rogue.
So anyway, Tom Cruise is like, how do I get on this train? And Simon Pegg is like, oh, you can go here and get on it. And it's just a fucking cliff. It's just a fucking mountain.
What did you think of the scene, though?
It was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun.
It was pretty
cool,
fun.
right?
It was pretty fun.
So rad.
Yeah.
I don't throw that term around a lot, but this was pretty fucking rad.
It was pretty rad. It was pretty rad.
Once again, practical effects. There is no CGI in that jump.
Yeah.
Except for they removed the ramp.
Yes.
So if you watch the behind the scenes thing, he's done this 18 times. 18 times Tom Cruise goes off of that cliff on a motorbike to parachute it. When I saw it in theaters, everyone held it.
Yeah.
Like, the whole room goes silent. I love the use of, like, how quiet the movie gets just as he's about to do it.
Yeah.
Fucking sound design is so good. So fucking good. Holy shit.
So yeah, now and then he kind of Mr. Magoo's himself onto that train kind of thing, because he comes in just as someone's about to shoot Haley Atwell, I think, knocks them out, and then the parachute gets pulled and he knocks the other guy out or whatever, completely by accident.
Maybe Tom Cruise, maybe Ethan Hunt is the Mr. Magoo of this universe.
Yeah, there's a lot of instances where he just kind of Mr. Magoo's his way into into a situation, and I'm like,
I love like a Rick and Morty scene where he gets back in the car and like, I was not in control.
No, I was not in control of that.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we.
And then you're like, the movie's over now. He made it on the train. It's awful. No. Oh, you're gonna blow the train up. Well, okay.
That's the thing. I think we're reaching a point. I look at the time and I'm like, oh, how are they going to resolve everything in the last fucking 20 minutes of this movie? I completely forgot it was a part one.
Here's the thing. They've done a rebrand for the sequel where it's Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
But I'm almost certain if you get it on DVD or Blu-ray, it's just Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Okay.
Like they remove the part one from all the
yes.
and stuff.
Yes.
Which I think I shouldn't have told you was a part one. I think it would have been so much funnier and non-satisfying if you're just like,
what the fuck? Yeah. I find it so interesting that they went ahead with this being like, oh, this is going to be a part one kind of thing, because like unless you're like, cause I guess you could say this all really started with the fucking Harry Potter movie doing the part one, part two, because that's really the big instance I can think of it when it happened in pop culture.
Like 3 or 4 years later.
Yeah, Hunger Games followed. Like unless you're adapting a book or some source material where you're like, cool, we're not going to fit everything in this, it's going to come in a later movie, then use your part one and part two. Hunger Games did not need the part one and part two. It just did it because Harry Potter did it. The same with Twilight. Twilight did it because Harry Potter did it. Like, I think that's when you use part one. In this instance, I don't think they should have had part one in there. Just call it Dead Reckoning and then be like, there's a sequel coming, buddies.
Yeah, Ethan Hunt will return in Dead Reckoning part 2.
Yeah, and like Final Reckoning or whatever the fuck they're called. There's so many reckonings. Too many reckonings.
Oh man. There's almost as many reckonings as times he goes rogue.
Yeah.
That's a lie. He's always going wrong.
But it's like Avengers, like, obviously, like, Infinity War, Endgame are part one and part two, like.
They didn't announce it.
They didn't announce that, like,
they
you know?
said it like 5 years before when they announced the movie and then cut it from the branding.
Yes.
So when you get to the end of Infinity War, if you don't know what's coming, that snap is devastating. That loss is, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's your Empire Strikes Back moment of, oh shit, the bad guys won.
Yeah,
What do we do now?
What do we do now?
I also forgot about the submarine. You know, at the end we're just like, I'm not embarrassed to say this, we're like, oh, we've located where it is. It's in the Arctic on a submarine. I'm like, oh, that's a submarine from the open.
That guy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, good movie.
Good movie.
Good writer. Good
Jack
movie.
understand media literacy. Anyway. It is call back to beginning of movie.
Well, this Christopher Nolan level smart. Like, this is big brain stuff right here. But yeah, genuinely, I forgot about the submarine. They're like, Ethan, I found it. It's on the submarine.
It's on the submarine.
Oh,
no, they figure out it's on the submarine because the the weird French mime lady tells him that's it. And then she died. No, she doesn't die. She's still alive. I thought she died because.
Yeah.
And that was it.
What else is she in? I'm trying to remember that. Is she Mantis from Guardians? No.
Oh, I actually don't know.
I think I'm gonna pull up the casting list because I recognize her from something.
But yeah, so we're on the train. Ethan gets on the train. We gotta stop the train from going. He has a whole. Oh, he's like on top of the train with the Gabriel guy, and they gotta avoid the tunnel, and it's fun. No, our nearest. Hey, I still think the bullet train sequence from Wolverine is the coolest on top train fight there is.
I'm trying to think. I would say the movie Bullet Train.
I haven't seen Bullet Train there, but
yeah. She's confirmed for Dead Reckoning Part 2.
Oh, hell yeah!
That's good. We need more mime stuff. We need more weird gag villains in these movies. They're just comic book movies. These are just the best.
They are just comic book movies.
Like if you told me this was a Hawkeye movie and Ethan Hunt was something like, yeah, that's what this should be.
Yeah,
like,
fair.
This is just a comic book at this point. He's fighting an evil robot. Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then the two police guys who have been following them this whole time, and one of them's even like, hey, like if he keeps going rogue, maybe he has a good reason for doing it, you know? And the other guy's like, nah.
This man who saved the planet several times.
Yeah.
Like, he stopped the nuclear war in the last movie, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's done it twice, actually.
Yeah. I don't know, but anyway, oh yeah, so himself and Haley Atwell are like, oh god, we gotta rescue this. We need to stop this fucking train, you know. So they do it by pulling the carriages away from the train, but what do you know? The AI who set the explosives on that bridge? I know they keep going, it's AI, but who's the AI hired to set explosives on this bridge?
So I like the idea of the AI hacking some government systems, get a demolition crew in. We're like, we have to take this bridge down. We're gonna rebuild it, set the bombs for us.
Yeah.
But I have to go through all the government logistics of having to get like demolition teams in and insurance.
Yeah.
Pay everybody.
Yeah.
The AI's got to go through a lot of logistical shit in this movie. We don't see the AI side of it, but it has to go through some shit.
Yeah. So like, who put the explosive on the bridge? But okay, sure, it's gonna blow up. And so it does, and that train goes careening off the fucking edge.
I love a good train crash in a movie.
I, again, in my research, did learn that they were supposedly going to blow up an actual bridge, maybe, and got in trouble over that.
That doesn't sound yeah, we're going to use my own wording.
We're going to blow this straight up.
I think the trick to a Tom Cruise impression is you gotta give like big cocaine energy.
Yeah.
We're gonna blow this bridge up. It's gonna be great. We're sitting us back. This is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be great. We're gonna blow that bridge up. Oh my god, you're not even gonna believe it.
The most insane laugh.
I'm gonna jump off this bike now. I miss my wife. Cinema's back. I love this movie.
Anyway, but like the carriage, so the big kind of action thing at the end is the carriages keep going, and you gotta climb up the fucking carriages as they're falling. Yeah.
To get through.
Yeah. That's exactly where my brain went. I was like, this is some Uncharted shit.
I think what kills me about this is the motorbike jump is so good and practical.
Yeah.
And no matter what you do for the next 20 minutes, it's not gonna live up to that.
Yeah.
It's the same as like after he climbs the West Khalifa building or when he like.
Yeah, because they do that like halfway through the movie. Like, it's not even the final sequence.
It never is. But the final sequence never holds up to the big stunt thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's one really dodgy CGI shot in there where like you see the train hanging underneath and they jump off.
There's a couple of green screen shots I see in this movie that I'm like, ooh.
I mean, it still looks better than anything else shot during COVID, let's be honest.
Fair.
Spider-Man No Way Home was shot in a cupboard. Like, genuinely, at least most of the comping looks okay on this.
But no, they do not die by train falling, and they survive, and then they're like, they have the key by the end of it.
Yeah.
And
then Rain is like, this is an even more impossible mission. If you can believe it.
Yeah, and that's kind of where it ends, really, because it's a part one, so we gotta go find that AI on a submarine.
I need you to know, my dad is so excited for part 2. I need you to know this movie is made for dads. He's so excited for part 2.
You know, I was saying, I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, out of like all the stuff I do love watching.
Yeah.
I feel like I should like this movie more.
Yeah.
But to me, it's grand. You know, I'm like, it's solid. You know.
See, I'm a sucker for like practical action. So
Yeah.
That little chase in the fucking in Rome where they're like zipping through streets. I'm like, this is really clear. You can see they're using real cars.
Yeah.
The jump off the fucking side of a mountain where I'm like, holy shit, you did that 18 times. Also, the poor Austrian cleanup crew who has to come along to a little village and sweep up motorbike parks. Imagine you're like a goat farmer and you just look out and you just see fucking motorbikes fly by every hour. You'd be concerned.
You'd be concerned.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It's like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. It's good.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's a very paint by numbers spy action thriller. And that's not inherently a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's you know, and like, I know Mission Impossible is kind of set the precedent for that.
Yeah.
Like, it is the action, the action spy movie. But yeah, it's just like, it's standard stuff. Like, yeah, I've seen this. This is fun, kind of thing.
I have a theory if you come to one of these kind of spy/action movies,
Yeah.
that after a certain amount, you either have to up the stakes really high,
Yeah.
or pick a fun new gimmick.
Yeah.
So for like Mission Impossible movies, those first 3 are kind of serious. Like, oh my god, we got to get the list. We got to kill Philip Seymour Hoffman. We got to do face mask. By the 4th one, we're like, let's just climb up a big building and get weird.
It's what happened to Fast and Furious, where like the first 2 are like genuinely kind of serious, like stuff about racing or whatever.
And then Fast 5, you're using a safe to like plow other cars.
Yeah.
Fast 10 to go to space. Actually, that was another one I meant to mention. Fast 10, Fast X.
Yeah.
Is technically Fast X Part 1.
God.
But they remove that branding.
Yeah.
But also it's really confusing because Vin Diesel keeps putting stuff out about it. But
so is the next one Fast 11 or is it 10.5?
So you'd be surprised. So we're getting an in between quill, which is Hobbs and Shaw, Fast X Part 2. And then we're getting Fast X Part 3, which is the Part 2 to Fast X Part 1.
Electric Boogaloo.
And all of a sudden, I'm just like, I'm so happy Mission Impossible didn't get that silly.
Yeah.
I'm happy it at least pretends to take itself seriously.
Jesus.
I do still think this is one of the best AI villains of all time. Like, I genuinely, I'm like, this thing is kind of scary.
Yeah.
The use of like recreating voices and faces and how much we rely on technology. I'm like, oh, you take that away from the IMF, they're kind of fucked.
I mean, you're nowhere being the HAL 3000, but you know,
there's shades of that in here though.
There is.
There's shades of that in here. Like it's a better one than like iRobot or Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
It's what like Skynet should be, more or less.
Fair.
Instead of just let's nuke everyone straight away. I want to see it fuck around a little first.
Yeah. That's fair.
So do you have any predictions based on this for the next movie?
For the next movie, I think, is it going to reveal that the AI has actually, in fact, moved from the submarine? He's actually no longer in that submarine.
That would be a good twist.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah.
So what I know, I don't think I've watched
I'm trying to understand why it sunk itself, basically.
Because if it's at the bottom of the ocean, it doesn't need oxygen, so no one's going to get it.
I guess.
If you go to the Marianas Trench and project from there, no one's going to come down and get you except James Cameron.
His little ship.
This mission's impossible. No one can get there. It's James Cameron, his little submarine, is like,
I made Avatar 2 for this!
This is what I was all for. James Cameron dives out of the submarine as a real blue person. He swims to kill the AI. No one stops Cameron, baby. No.
I like how James Cameron just surfaces every 5 years or so to make a blockbuster movie to fund him going back underwater.
Atlantis, and he's revolution cinema. That's his two. You ever heard the story about Alien and Aliens?
No.
So when James Cameron came in to direct Aliens, because Ridley Scott left, like, how can we up it from the original Alien? And he went into a whiteboard that had Alien written across it. And he wrote the letter S. And he's like, aliens. And he's wait for it. And he drew 2 lines through it to make it a dollar sign. He just threw his hands up and walked out of the room again.
And then proceeded to make a great movie.
One of the best people because that's what James Cameron does, baby. But no, because I think
Is there a bad James Cameron movie? Maybe some of his early stuff. Like The Abyss is goofy, but I like The Abyss.
you beat me to it. The Abyss is goofy, but what it does for water effects is fantastic.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
liquid water person thingy in that is revolutionary.
Yeah.
We only had water particle effects based on that.
Yes.
Same with the liquid metal effect in Terminator 2. Same with every green screen thing he does in Avatar and all the CGI.
Yeah.
Like, he just fucking revolutions movies every time he comes out.
He pops up from the ocean, revolutions, changes cinema, goes back down.
The idea of him washing up on shore with a full script in hand and calling a producer to be like, I got an idea, get me a crew for next month.
Remnants of like a submersible around him, and he's like, I need more money! I need to revolutionize cinema again!
Okay, so I got a couple of predictions, because when we went to see Star Wars Higher Than Cloud City, I'm pretty sure the teaser did play. I might be wrong in that though.
I think it did, but as you kind of said it, there was maybe some substances involved.
We were busy connecting.
Anything, but it was all perfectly legal.
We were reaching out for the Force. But thing. So I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise is gonna put a headset on to fight the AI.
Okay.
I'm hoping they have a mind battle. I'm hoping it's like fucking Professor X.
So I've been meaning to bring up, so there is an episode of the X-Files, right?
Of course there is. Go on.
Where there is an AI in the internet and it's taking over some government satellites. Like, they get shot at by fucking missiles and shit. And there's a point where they find it's hiding out in this, like, camper van in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. This is where it's, like, situated. And Mulder goes in to investigate, and he not accidentally, it basically straps him into a VR machine kind of thing.
Mr. Magoo is way on it. Oh, there's pornogs on this. And he puts the headset on.
No, yeah, it's able to robot him into a VR thing, and yeah, he has weird VR dreams essentially. But Scully does some kung fu, and it's great.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's like Tom Cruise. He's like, it's all his dead wives or whoever else he like his movies. And they just gotta get him out of there, but actually it's Benji in the headset face swap again. Because who else can fight it but Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
I know he's gonna be on the side of a biplane.
Yeah.
Like an old timey like crop duster.
Oh, actually, now that you've said it, it's popping up to my brain now. Yes, I do remember seeing that.
And I don't know what the stunt is gonna be apart from him walking on that.
Yeah.
I like the idea of him jumping from one biplane to another.
That would be pretty fun.
I hope it's something like that, because that would be fucking
That would be pretty fun. Yeah, I think ultimately my feelings about this movie come down to it's like a decent chocolate cake you bought from a shop. Like, it's good. Is it the best? Nah. Like, I could get better, but sometimes you just want a chocolate cake from the shop.
I'd put it above Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
It's obvious. I actually think I'd put it above most of the Bond movies as well.
Fair. Again, I've actually not seen an awful lot of Bond
You
movies.
see, the thing with the Daniel Craig ones are, they're a 50-50 split of, this one's amazing, this one's this one's amazing, this one's
Yeah.
These ones are consistently good with practical effects and fucking really cool fucking stunt work.
Yeah. No, like, I as I said, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think Tom Cruise might kill himself in the next one. In real life, not in the movie. Like, I
know that's what you mean. But he's just like, I need to do it for authenticity.
It'd be so funny if like he dies in the scene. And then, now hear me out on this. At the end of the movie, it just comes up in text, Tom Cruise died for this.
Tom Cruise died. Tom Cruise died for your sins.
Hi, it's me, Tom Cruise. I'm actually dead right now. I pre-recorded this. I'm watching you all in the theater from heaven. Or wherever Xenu takes me.
It's fine. I'm a Scientologist. Anyway.
I'll be back.
I'm going to that space planet or something.
Fuck, what if it's like he hard pivots in, because this movie's got like real like heavy Catholic Christian fucking AI is God.
Yeah.
What if in the next movie the only way to fight it is Scientology?
Scientology.
It's like Earth has created tech that's too strong to fight. He's like, we're gonna need help from another world. And he comes in a Xenu spaceship to shoot the submarine. Oh, the only other prediction I have, and this one might actually come true, we might get one of the two boys back. I don't remember if he killed Henry Cavill or not.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Henry Cavill in his mustache?
Yes. When he reloads his arms. I can't remember if they killed him or not. I think they did.
Yeah.
But face masks.
Yeah.
2, give Jeremy Renner another go.
Give him
Renner
another
again.
go.
He's like, I gotta put a team together. I need only the best. And he's like, son of a
Getting
bitch,
the team together.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
I do love that it's just like, the Impossible Mission Force. There's 4 of us, maybe.
The British hacker guy.
There's the other hacker guy.
There's Tom Cruise's black friend. There's whatever girl he's dating this week. There's Tom Cruise carrying the team.
That's it.
Sometimes there's Jeremy Renner if they think they can't afford Tom Cruise next week. The only reason he's in Ghost Protocol, all jokes aside, is they assumed they couldn't get Tom Cruise for another one.
Okay.
So the idea was if he didn't come back, we'd set up Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
And then the next movie, he'd be given the old Renner Renner.
Okay.
But no, I'm so excited for this next movie.
This is great.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
What is your favorite scene from this movie?
It's hard not to say the motorbike
jump. Motorbike jump, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And I need you to imagine being in a theater opening night. There's 4 other people there or whatever. I think there was like 10 or 20 people. I'm underestimating it. But everyone went silent.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh.
Yeah.
And the sound design is cunning, and all you're hearing is like the wind moving and the revving of the engine as he goes off that fucking thing. Holy shit. I know Tom Cruise only makes movies for my dad, but like
it is such a dad movie.
I had to show my dad that scene, and he's like, "I'm gonna go watch it myself."
Yeah.
And I came in him watching it a day later, like, "This is the greatest thing of all time." It's like this Top Gun Maverick.
That's what I was gonna say. Top Gun Maverick is another peak dad movie.
Oh my god, my dad cried at Top Gun Maverick. I think I've seen my dad tear up 3 times ever, and these are the most dad movies I need to know.
Yeah.
Creed 2.
When
fucking Apollo Creed isn't gonna fight anymore, but Rocky's like, you gotta do it anyway. You gotta fight anyway.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick, when Tom Cruise gets the old jet out and does one more Top Gun. And the end of Fast and the Furious 5, when Paul Walker.
Yeah, Paul Walker drives away.
Vin Diesel drives
it's been a long day.
I was like 13 just watching my old man tear up at that scene. He's like, I'm not crying, that's for women. It's just warm in here, I'm sweaty, I swear. I'm a sweaty man, I swear.
But yeah, no, it's pretty good stuff. It's pretty good stuff.
Was it okay throwing you into the deep end of this?
Yeah, as I said, like, I think generally they try to keep him like a kind of self-contained kind of thing, because like if you just know the premise of Mission Impossible, you can follow this kind of thing, you know? Like,
you don't need to have watched all of these. You can watch like 2 of them and get it.
Yeah.
Which even with Fast and Furious has lore now.
Oh my god.
Fast and Furious has secret brothers and lore and like
shit.
characters who keep coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
The only one they haven't brought back from the dead yet is Paul Walker. And there's a very heavy rumor that they might bring him back with CG.
Oh no!
Bring his brother in and just have him come back with CG. I think it'd be very funny if you just see his car the whole time. And he's like, "Hi, Brian." Look, he's waving from inside the car. Because that's in one of those movies. Yeah. Like, he pulls into the driveway in one of those movies. They're like, "Brian's home." And they just cut the movie.
Yeah. Okay, hell.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it turns out the mission was impossible.
Yeah.
Technically, they failed the mission in this one.
I get. When did they get the key? That was kind of the mission for the whole thing.
Didn't stop the AI.
But that's for the next part.
I'm gonna say for the 7th movie, this one they lost.
This one they lost, boys.
This one was impossible. Which, to be fair, winning 6 out of 7, you know what?
Yeah. I know. How many times they get the Mission Impossible thing and they're like, "Oh shit, guys, it's impossible." And you ever think someone sit there and go, "Well, like, we've done this 7 times, so."
Yeah, at this point, it's a second nature.
Yeah.
We've gone rogue so many times, people just are more confused when we're on the right side.
Yeah.
Do you think a first-time watcher can watch this? I think we covered that.
100%. Yeah. As I said, as long as you know the basic premise of Mission Impossible, away you go, kind of thing.
If you haven't watched this movie and you sat through us ranting about it for the last 40 minutes or so, and you still think you want to watch it before the next one, dive right in. Like,
as I say, it's a solid action spy movie.
God forbid I make you watch Fast and the Furious X Part 1. It gets weird fast. I need you to know that. It's like the Marvel Universe. You need to do the fucking reading before you watch Avengers.
Yeah.
No, I'm so excited for this next movie. Also, Tom Cruise laxatives a man in the first movie, and the guy like shits his brains out, and that's how they take him out in the bathroom. No. I'm getting to a point here. That guy is coming back as a bad guy in this next movie.
The man who shat himself.
The shit guy is coming back. I love that so much. I need you to know that. They're like running out of old actors they can bring back. Vin Rames is only going to turn up and say it's impossible one more time.
Yeah.
I think they might actually kill Ethan Hunt at the end of this movie.
I fully, like, even just watching that trailer for the new Mission Impossible one, I think we turned to each other and I was like, Tom Cruise is dying, right? Like,
I mean,
they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's so we can get more Top Gun.
Although, here's the thing, it's like Mission Impossible is his baby. He fucking loves doing Mission Impossible.
He does love it. These keep him young.
Yeah.
The thrill of nearly dying in all of these movies. Because this is the one where he breaks his leg as well.
Okay.
You know the little rooftop run-along sequence?
Yeah.
He makes a jump in that. And he kind of misses it and pulls himself up.
Uh-huh.
Tom Cruise broke his ankle in that scene.
Oh, fuck.
And they kept that day.
Oh, my God.
So when you see him kind of like hit his leg and pull himself up.
Yeah.
And he like keeps running. Those are 2 cuts, but he broke his leg
Oh,
there.
shit, dude.
And he kept going like
Kept going.
Like that pussy Harrison Ford who broke his leg in Star Wars and had to take a break. No, like, I know they made a joke in Deadpool Wolverine that like Hugh Jackman's going to do this till he's 90.
Till he's 90.
Tom Cruise might do these till he's 90.
He might actually. And here's the thing, no one's making him do it. Tom Cruise is going to finance all this shit himself and be like, we're going to keep doing it.
He pays his own insurance on these now.
Yeah.
And it's clear because they keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a stunt guy. It's just all Cruise. He's on cruise control the whole time. Here's the thing, I love these start like crossing over with other movies. I hope they like run out of ideas and bring it into the John Wick universe.
Oh my God.
I have Ethan Hunt go up against James Bond or John Wick or fucking put him in a Fast and Furious. God,
like,
I'd love to see him.
Yeah, I could see him putting into like the Fast and Furious stuff. I'm just like, as I've established, I think these agents are wizards, and so they might be overpowered if you stick them in any other spy universe.
You're telling me you don't want to see the Fast family go up against the Impossible Mission Force?
Oh, as I said, like the Fast and Furious, like 100% is on the same level of this. You know, I was gonna be like, if you stick him with John Wick, I'm like, they're wizards, man. They're gonna kill everyone.
Yeah, John Wick has the magic power of being invincible, no matter how many times you kick him in the head.
That's fair.
Have you seen John Wick 3?
I think I've only seen the first 2.
So you haven't seen the one in Paris? I think that's number 4 or 3. But there's a thing in Paris, it's called like the 200 steps. You walk up to it, it's a beautiful thing towards the square. They kick Keanu Reeves down it, and he rolls all 100 steps. Look this up, look up John Wick stairs scene if you get a chance after the show. Yeah. And then he gets halfway down, he's about to get up, and they kick him down the other 100. It's so good. It's so funny. And it's how I assume Tom Cruise is going to die. He's just going to trip down a flight of stairs. Like someone's going to leave like a cellar door open, and that's going to do it. Like, it's not going to be like a heart attack or like a plane crash. He's just going to trip down a flight of stairs or something. Or like come off a curb awkwardly or some shit like that. That said, I would give this 5 impossible missions out of 5.
5 impossible missions out of 5.
This is the best possible version of this movie you could do.
Yeah, as I said, I'm such an interesting situation with it because I'm just like, I feel like I should love this more, but my feelings are just so like about it, like, you know.
I think I grew an extra testicle. I think I got flooded with so much testosterone watching.
As you said, with practical effects and everything, like, yeah, I guess a solid 4 would be me kind of thing, you know.
Apart from what James Cameron is doing, this is cinema. This is cinema, right?
What if James Cameron has found Atlantis? What if he's getting the most amazing mermaid puss going?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Cameron. I'm only in it for the mermaid poos.
And that's the thing, his submersible breaks, so he has to just put that. He's like, I gotta revolutionize cinema again to go get that mermaid puss.
Yeah, you know those water nateri that we saw in Avatar 2?
Yeah.
They're actually his kids. Those are actually all James Cameron. If you look close in the face, you can see his beady eyes. He fucked every mermaid in Atlantis to get a trip home. Those are his kids. The only reason I'm going to fire people next is because I'm sure he fucked lava men or like some mole eyes or whatever. James Cameron's around fucking machines and aliens.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Anyway, we're going to get higher than fucking mermaid poos in making movies. As a director, my goal is to make enough money to get some mermaid puss.
I think that's anyone's goal, honestly. Make enough money to get mermaid puss.
I hope, the last 5 minutes of Christopher Nolan's new movie, The Odyssey,
Yeah.
is him just raw dogging. Like, it doesn't cut. It's a 5-minute wonder where we slowly. He's not in costume. He's not dressed.
It's not related to the movie whatsoever.
He's on the ship from the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And he is just pants around ankles.
Going to fucking town.
He's got his little scarf on. He's just pounding mermaid poos. And just like that, I'm not going to be in Inception 2.
Yeah.
10,
We've ruined our careers, Jack.
Yeah, and here I was writing the script for 210 and 2 Furious. This time they go sideways through time.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah, I've been Rhiannon.
And James Cameron, if you're out there, we love you. Please make it home okay. Your wife and kids miss you. Goodbye, everybody.